This is a 2021 Blazer, and it's got the assisted trunk. And what's happening is, right now it's locked. It doesn't just want to open. I'm pushing it. Oh, there it went that time. But there's a button right here. And it's actually really hard to push. The rubber is really hard. So I've never done this before, but I bought a replacement switch. I'll show you what that one looks like. Now I bought this switch right from the dealership. Here's the part number. This switch was being sold used on eBay for $200. At the dealership, this was $49. So, and it comes completely assembled. It looks like there's two. Let me try and flip this over in the bag. If I open it. There's two clips, one here and one here. And then there's a connector. So I don't even know if I can get to the connector after I remove this switch. It's just a 2-pin connector. So let me first try and get the old switch off. And it looks like those are about 1 inch in from the edges here. Let me go back over there and look at that. So I have an assortment of trim tools. I'm going to probably try this one or this one, possibly even this one, to try and push in those little pieces, try and reach in right here. So let me do that right now. All right, so I'll first try this little wedge. Try to pick this up and then use this to try and push on those little tabs. It looks like that side went out. Felt like it clipped out. Let me get a different wedge. This one has more of a wedge. I'm just trying to create pressure on it and then push on those tabs. Try this side. Sounds like it's popped out, but doesn't want to come out. Let me get a flashlight. Okay. It looks like this side's popped out, but the other side didn't. Let's see if I can get it pop the rest of the way out. Okay. The clips did not survive. And then here's the wire. Can't really tell where that's hooked on. And looks like this will have to come off. Oh, where'd that other one fall? So on this trunk, there's a piece here right inside this area here. So that's where the switch is. And I believe there's a hidden screw here. So let me pull that off. Put this camera over here. Yeah, it looks like maybe a Torx 15. Let's try a Torx 15. And that's what it is. Take this one out. Let me just look around, make sure there's not another one somewhere. There's two other panels. Let me just pop this panel off here. I've never taken this off, so I don't want to break anything. Pull that panel off. I don't know what that access is for. Two clips here. And there's nothing under here. There's a connector here, but that's for probably the motors or sensors. Let me check this one over here. Right there. Same thing. So let me see if this comes. Oh, didn't notice there is one right here. Oops, sorry about the camera here. Right there. Pop that one off. Just looks like that. And there also is no screw there. So maybe this whole thing just pops apart. It doesn't want to come off easily. Okay, on this, these clips are really difficult to pull down. You can see there's one there, and there's another one right here, and one here. And I'm yanking on this thing, and it does not want to move. Straightened out. Yeah, this clip right here is super tight. I think if I get a long screwdriver and unhinge that one, I don't see where this connects yet. Let me get a long screwdriver. I'm gonna have to push on those clips. Oh yeah, I got a really long screwdriver. And I'm gonna see if I can push on these clips. Let's see where this other one is. Here's one. That clips out. That clip is almost out. Okay, there it goes. Jeez. So what I was doing on with this is pushing on the clip right here on the edge, and that was able to get it to release. So now I don't think I need to make the whole thing down. I need to figure out where this wire connect to. Oh, maybe I do have to get this out of the way. There's the trunk release button right here. I'm going to disconnect that. There's another clip here that doesn't want to let go. Let's see now. Okay, this now gives you access. Okay, yeah, it would be really difficult to get to this. So to get to this switch, the connector, this piece right here needs to come out. It's just a push pin, but I'll show you what moves here. I put my hand in here. See that moving? That's where the clip is hooked onto. So I'm going to use something to push that up and through. Okay, this is just a 1/4 inch nut driver. I'm going to try to push that through. Maybe while I pull it up. I might have to take this last clip off. To get this thing out of the way. The last clip is right here. There we go. All right. You can see how many clips are on this. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 clips on here that have to come off. And let's see if I can get this. Let me bring you in and show you what this looks like. There's the connector right there. So I may be able to do this now that this is out of the way. I gotta just pull that connector off. See here. Okay, there's a locking tab on this switch, but it's on the far side, so I will have to pop this off. So I'm just using a trim removal tool. All right, there's the locking tab right here. So it's on the side that you can't really get to. So to unlock that, I'm just going to push this back and then push this button in. Hopefully it'll release. That didn't release it. There it goes. All right. So here's the old one. I'm gonna grab the new one. All right, old and new. This one is really tough to push. It's like the rubber's really hard. This one's really soft. So hopefully they work. I'm gonna put it back in now. Let's push this. I'm not going to clip this yet. I first want to connect the wire. Oops, gotta get it right side up. Push this in and then push this red tab forward and then it's locked in. I'm just gonna put it back inside the tab here. Came on up. Okay, it's back inside there. And then all I'm going to do is, let's see, just going to push these push pins right back inside there. There, it's back in there. Really easy to put back. Now, this piece here, I don't know if you could see it on the other angle, but there's 3 tabs here, 2 here, another one here, 3 more and 1 last row of 3. I'm not sure why they need so many, but the other problem is they're all on angles. So there's like 1 here, 1 here. You can see this fits into this groove here. So let's see how it goes on. It looks like there's also another tab here on the ends that goes into this slot. So let's try and get those in. That one just go in there. Really hard to see where these holes are. These are really hard to see. So I'm going to get a white paint pen and mark those up. Okay, I just have one of these white paint pens. I just have to mark this because I can't see anything in here. It's so dark. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one. And these holes are oval. They're actually pretty big. It's just hard to see black on black. All right, let's try that. It's probably gonna be the hardest part of the entire job. And make sure I hook the connector back up as well. One. 2. Get this connector back on here. All right, you gotta make sure you get that connector in good for the door closer. Like I said, it's hard to see these. Okay, that one's in. That one's in. This one's not even close. And there are pins, alignment pins, and that's what's going on here is this alignment pin's not in the right place. So I think this long screwdriver is really helpful. All right, there, that alignment pin's in. Double check. Not quite. There it is. Okay. This alignment pin is close. I'll give you a shot over here to see what these alignment pins look like. There's the alignment pin. Oh, camera's not going to focus. There it is. There's the alignment pin on the right, and on the left is the piece, so I'm just going to push it in there. And it's got to get pushed a little harder. It's back. Almost have them all in. Oh, it doesn't feel like it's in place. This one doesn't have an alignment pin. Tell it's got to go back. Let's see if this one. It's all lined up. Okay. That's that one. So I think it helps push this forward and in. Okay, that one's in. That one's in. Can't tell on that. There it goes. Okay, they're all in. Woo! These back. And if these tabs fall off, they just go back on. But when I was putting the screwdriver earlier, I was just taking it and pushing on this tab right here. Put this one back. All right. Let me move some of my tools just in case this thing doesn't open. I'm going to put the screw back in here. This is the T15. All right, all those are back now. Let me just get my tools out of the way here. I almost forgot, there's this one here, which the way it came out was this tab went to the passenger side, and that will go in first, and that's it. All right, give this a try. All right, I'm gonna lock the vehicle. All right, it's locked. Now I should be able to walk up without the key and push on here. Very easy that time. And it looks like everything's in this one. All right, it's all lined up. All right, that should be it. All right, definitely a softer switch now. That rubber must get hard. Just want to show you something else on this old switch. On this old switch, let's see, if you have to take it out to repair or something and these break, it's okay because they slide out. And then you can get a new one that's in good condition. These usually have these at the hardware store. And you can slide a new one in. Excuse me. Wow. Anyways, those just slide into these in place. So if you have to take out the switch and it's something else that's wrong, or you had to take it apart for some other reason. But what mine was doing is this rubber just got hard. It isn't soft anymore, and I'm going to see if my wife can open it. That will be the true test. Well, thanks for watching. I just couldn't find any link to anything that has to do with taking apart the rear tailgate on a 2021 Blazer. So hope this video helps some other people, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll leave a link to the website. It was just GM Parts, and it's a pretty nice website because it shows you different dealerships, and not all of them are priced the same. I went to the dealership nearest me that had the lowest price, and it was $49. So I'll leave that link. Thanks for watching.